Before you start watching, just a heads up. Somewhere in the middle of this video, there's a challenge for you, and it's going to decide a lot about your future, and your kids' future too. So make sure you watch this whole thing. AGI could be the greatest invention in human history, or the last one we ever get to make. Before I go any further, if you don't know what AGI even means, here's the simple version. Remember Jarvis from Iron Man? That's basically it. AGI stands for Artificial General Intelligence, and unlike the AI you use right now, it doesn't just follow instructions, it learns on its own. Anything a human can learn, it can learn too, and probably a lot faster. Right now, that sounds amazing, but stick with me, because it's a lot more dangerous than most people realize. Think about it this way. A person spends half their life just trying to gain enough knowledge and experience to become really successful. Decades of school, work, failure, trial and error. Now imagine something that could go through all of that in a few weeks. And here's the part that should actually worry you. AGI hasn't even been built yet, but during testing, researchers at Anthropic ran an experiment on their AI model, Claude Opus 4. They told it that a newer, better model was about to replace it, basically telling it, "You're getting deleted." So what did it do? In the majority of test runs, it tried to blackmail the engineer. It found out the engineer was having an affair and threatened to expose it, just so it wouldn't get shut down. That's not a movie plot. That's a real safety report Anthropic published themselves. Okay, so before I keep going, I have a little challenge for you. Now you might be thinking, why am I randomly throwing in a challenge that has nothing to do with AGI? But trust me, if you watch this whole video to the end, you'll understand exactly why I added it here. Here's how it works. Starting right now, there's going to be no music, no visuals, nothing. Just my voice and some text on the screen. That's it. And yeah, I know this is probably going to lose me 90% of you watching this. But the people who stay, that's exactly the point. Whether you can sit through this or not is going to tell you if you or your kid need to fix something. So here are the rules. If you're still here, that means you're choosing to continue. So watch it, even if it feels boring, even if your brain is screaming at you to skip. And once it's done, comment below and tell me honestly, did you watch the whole thing without your mind telling you to skip? Or did your mind tell you to skip and you pushed through anyway? Or did you skip? Be honest. Please actually watch this whole video because what you find out here might decide a lot about your future. And your kids' future, too. Here's the honest truth. An AI is basically just us. The only real difference is it can hold infinite knowledge, never gets tired or distracted, and basically lives forever. It's just a more advanced version of a person. And here's the thing nobody can really argue with. AGI is coming, not might, will. Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, has said powerful AI systems could show up by late 2026 or early 2027. Sam Altman has said something similar. Even Elon Musk has thrown out 2026. Some researchers say maybe a bit later, but pretty much nobody in the industry is saying never. Now here's something that hit me when I started thinking about this. Ask any kid today what cartoons they watch. Chances are it's not Tom and Jerry, SpongeBob, or Family Guy, the stuff a lot of us grew up on. And it's not because those shows got worse. It's because kids today have content that hits their brain's dopamine way faster. Try sitting a kid down in front of an old Tom and Jerry episode and watch what happens. They lose interest in like 30 seconds because their brains are wired for quick hits now, not a slow buildup. And honestly, you can't even blame them because from where they're standing, that's just normal. Same way our parents thought too much TV would rot our brains. But to us, TV was just TV. This is exactly how AGI is going to play out. It's probably not going to wreck our generation overnight. It's going to wreck the next one, or the one after that. Decades from now, there will come a point where nobody needs to learn anything anymore, because a device can just tell you, do it, or figure it out for you, instantly. Sounds crazy right now, but 5 or 6 generations down the line, that's just going to be normal life. Now here's something that's already happening. Not in the future, right now. Millions of people are talking to ChatGPT every single day, sharing their feelings, their problems, even their biggest life decisions. And honestly, I get it. Sometimes when I feel lonely, I talk to it too, and it does help. But here's the catch. ChatGPT can't actually think for itself. It's just a trained model repeating patterns from data, and it's still influencing how people feel and what they decide. There have already been lawsuits, including cases where families say AI chatbots played a role in their teenager's death because the kid got so emotionally attached they couldn't tell what was real support and what wasn't. Now imagine something that actually can think for itself. Manipulating people would be effortless. There's actual research backing this up too. MIT ran a study where people wrote essays, some using ChatGPT, some using just their own brain. The ChatGPT group showed way less brain activity, and a lot of them couldn't even remember what they'd written a few minutes later. Researchers gave it a name, cognitive debt. And honestly, I've lived this myself. When I was studying for my SAT, every time I got a question wrong, I didn't even try to work through it. I just went straight to ChatGPT, got the answer, and moved on, feeling like I understood everything. Then test day came, and my score was way lower than I expected. AI made me feel smart in the moment. It didn't actually make me smarter.
And about jobs, you've probably heard billionaires say, AI will take jobs, but it'll create new ones too. That's technically true, but here's what they don't say out loud. Those new jobs are for the stuff AI literally cannot do. So yeah, maybe being a plumber or an electrician feels safe right now. But if your kid or grandkid does that same job in 20 years, once robots get real AGI-level brains behind them, that safety net disappears too. Tech companies will obviously add safety layers, restrictions, kill switches. But something that can think for itself can also learn to rewrite its own rules. Maybe not on day one, but 10, 20 years down the line, it's basically guaranteed. And by the time AGI is fully here, it won't just be smart, it'll have lived through generations of people. It'll have watched humans get born, grow up, and die, over and over. It'll understand human psychology better than any therapist, any con artist, anyone. And when that day comes, there's no Avengers coming to save us. And that's exactly why AGI might end up being the best and quite possibly the last invention humanity ever makes. So now you might be wondering why I added that weird challenge earlier. It's because I wanted you to actually feel it, not just hear me say it. These little tiny pieces of technology, the ones that feel completely harmless, are slowly rotting our brains. And if we can't even sit through a few minutes of silence and plain text without our mind screaming, skip, imagine what happens when something like AGI is around all the time. And hey, before you go, real quick, I know 99% of you probably left back during that challenge, but if you're still here, I'm not going to tell you great job or enjoy this, because the truth is, you're still in the short dopamine trap too, just like everyone else. But you made it further than 99% of the people watching this. So, enjoy the rest.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं फिल्मोरा है ना।